Hello everyone, welcome to Learning with Wu. Today, let's learn Mandarin speaking with myself. Mandarin speaking with Wu part 1. So the first part is introduction. 1.1 is about this course. So the first point is target learner. So it's for beginners starting from zero of Mandarin Chinese, and there's no requirement for age. It's for learners speaking English, the learners interested in Mandarin Chinese or Chinese culture, the learners who would like to communicate with Chinese people for mutual learning, making friends, or business. Next, the main contents of this course, including below. The first one is an introduction to Mandarin Chinese, and 4 tongues plus 1 tongue. Pinyin mapped to English. Sentence structure and word orders. Words and the forms. Grammar in use. We will start from saying hello. Then this course also will include and to connect to pronouns or nouns, but to indicate a different or opposite case, not to indicate a negative case, yes or no questions, WH questions, thank you and sorry. Then we will end by introducing how to say China and Chinese. The method of this course. We will use a natural way to learn Mandarin Chinese like a baby. That means listening and speaking first using Pinyin mapped to English. Then reading and writing as a second step. One point two is about myself. In 2004, I got my bachelor degree from Peking University. So Peking University is the top university of China, and its ranking is 14th as per Times Higher Education World University Ranking of 2024. And from 2015 until present, I'm living in Canada. The motivation to create this course. The first is to let my kids keep their origin and mother tongue, that is Mandarin Chinese. I have 2 kids, Chris and Emily. The second one is the current learning method is not working. But this course will work effectively because of the reasons as below. First of all, it will be systematic and logical. That means we will organize the contents from easy to hard. Then the topics and the grammars are in use. This will save the learning time. This course will start with Pinyin only for listening and speaking rather than Chinese characters for reading and writing. So this is also from easy too hard. So this is a feasible way. Pinyin is mapped to English pronunciation completely and correctly, so it will be easy for learning. 1.3 is about Mandarin Chinese. Mandarin Chinese is used in 90% of the mainland of China, plus Taiwan and Singapore. Mandarin Chinese is one of six official languages of the United Nations. Cantonese is mainly used in Hong Kong and the Wang province close to Hong Kong only. 1.4 is about Pinyin for speaking. A Chinese sentence is one or more Chinese words. A Chinese word is one or more Chinese characters. Each Chinese character has a pinyin for speaking or pronunciation. For example, as below, this word is you in English, so it means in Chinese this is a Chinese character for writing, and this is pinyin for speaking. And for the pinyin, we can map it, the pronunciation, to English. For example, here, this Chinese character pinyin is pronounced as ni. So there are two letters of this pinyin, that is N and I. N will be mapped to the pronunciation as N in the English word no, and I will be mapped to the English letters EE as in C. So in this way we can pronounce it, putting them together as ni. Pinyin is used for pronunciation in listening and speaking, while the Chinese character is used for reading and writing. Chinese speaking and writing are separate. Pinyin or Chinese character itself could give the meaning of a Chinese character. For example, ni, the meaning is you in English. So Chinese speaking and writing are separate and are not related to each other. For example, this is a pinyin ni, and this is a Chinese character. Even though you can speak a word, for example, you can speak the pinyin, you cannot deduce its writing, this Chinese character. Chinese speaking is easy to learn, while Chinese writing is difficult. Let's compare it with English speaking and writing. In English, speaking and writing are related to each other. If you can speak a word, you can deduce its writing or spelling. For example, if you can speak the word like, you can deduce its writing or spelling as L-I-K-E. A pinyin is a single syllable, while an English word has multiple syllables. This has already been summarized in Appendix 1, Pinyin mapped to English. 1.5 Appendixes. I have added two appendixes at the end of this course. to help you understand Pinyin and grammar better. Appendix 1 is about Pinyin mapped to English. Appendix 2 is about grammar in use. So in Appendix 1, it's about how to map all the Pinyin pronunciations to English pronunciations. For example, Appendix 1.3, the Pinyin pronunciations and the mappings are unchanged. The pronunciation of a consonant or a vowel combination may be changed in English. For example, the pronunciation of I could be as I in the word five, or just I in the word pin. The pronunciation of a consonant or a vowel combination is unchanged in Chinese Pinyin. For example, the pronunciation of I is always as ee, e in the word see. So the mapping from Pinyin pronunciations to English pronunciations are also unchanged, which makes it easier to learn Pinyin. For example, the mapping from Pinyin to English pronunciation will be as below. In the green box, these Pinyin letters, they will have the same pronunciation as English. For example, this B is the same as the pronunciation in the English word bed, and S has the same pronunciation as in the English word so. And also some Pinyin letters will have a different pronunciation from the English letters, but they will have a one-to-one mapping to English pronunciations. For example, this A will be pronounced as AR, as in the English word car. So it will be pronounced as we will introduce a little bit more in the Appendix 1. Appendix 2 is about grammar in use. So this grammar in use is summarized from this course. For example, Appendix 2.1 is about sentence structure and word orders. And Appendix 2.1.1 is about basic sentence structure. For example, the word order in a basic sentence in English will be subject plus verb plus object. For example, I am a person. It's the same. The word order in a basic sentence in Chinese is the same as below. Subject plus verb plus object. For example, the sentence below, I am a worker, will be mapped to 我是一个工人. So I will be mapped to this pinyin 我. Am will be mapped to 是. Will be mapped to 一个. Worker will be mapped to 工人. So in this way, actually, the word order in the basic sentence in Chinese and English, they are the same. That is subject plus verb plus object. In Appendix 2.2, it's about words and the forms. For example, in this section, we will describe that the verb only has the base form in English. For example, no need to change the base form of Chinese verbs after different pronouns. For example, I am a person, he is a person. But for this verb be, am is are, all of them will be the same pinyin, that is 是. Also, there's no need to add s to the base form of Chinese verbs after he, she, or it. For example, I ride the horse yesterday. Sorry, I ride the horse every day. He rides the horse every day. So in English, there is an s added to ride after he, but in Chinese pinyin, both ride and rides, they were mapped to the same pinyin as this one, qi, qi. Also, there is no need to change the base form of Chinese verbs for different tenses. For example, I ride the horse yesterday, I rode the horse yesterday, I have ridden the horse, I'm riding the horse, I will ride the horse next week. For all these different forms of the verb ride in different tenses, like ride, rode, ridden, or riding, all of them will have the same pinyin, that is also qi in Chinese. So all these points, this point will make Chinese learning to be easier. This course will focus on basic ability of Mandarin Chinese speaking and listening. There's no Chinese writing in this course. Let's learn some sentences to start speaking first. Section 2 is about the first sentence, hello. 2.1 is about dialogues. For example, Chris may say hello, uh, which means wish you good in English. And the pinyin of it is 你好. Emily also will say hello, which means 你好 as well. So for this sentence, we can see hello. The meaning of English is wish you good or just you good. And pinyin is 你好. So you is mapped to 你, and good is mapped to 好. We can see here is an indicator above this letter A. So this is called tongue. So we will introduce tongue a little bit later. So let's have a look at the pronunciation mapped to English. So N here is mapped to the English letter N, has the same pronunciation. And here I is mapped to EE in English as in the word EC. So if we put N and EE together, then we can get the pronunciation of the first pinyin for the first character, that is ni. And plus tongue, it will be ni. And for the second Chinese character's pinyin, so it's HAO. So H has the same pronunciation in English, and AO is a vowel combination. It will have the same pronunciation as OW in English word now. So if we put H and O together, so it will be pronounced as how, how. So we need to combine the consonant and the vowel combination into one syllable. So it will be pronounced as how. An English word or idiom may be mapped to one or more Chinese words or characters. The Chinese characters mapped to an English word or idiom will be connected by a dash. Normally, the first letter of a sentence is the capital letter. This is the same as English. Can you speak with me for the first sentence, please? Hello is 你好. Section 3 is about 4 towns plus 1 town. 3.1, let's have a look at English stress on a syllable, please. Some English words have multiple syllables. There may be a stress on one of the syllables of an English word. For example, a stress is on the first syllable of the English word rocket. There are strong stress and weaker or secondary stress in English. A different stress could express a different meaning in English. A pinyin of a Chinese character only has one syllable. A pinyin of a Chinese character is a consonant plus a vowel. Or a vowel combination. A pinyin of a Chinese character is a vowel or a vowel combination without a consonant. The tone of a pinyin is similar to the different stresses, strong stress or equal or weaker stress in English. The tone of a pinyin is on the vowel or vowel combination, as it is here. This is on a vowel, above a vowel, and this one is above a vowel combination. Section 3.2. Let's have a look at 4 tones plus 1 tone. So this is the indicators for 4 tones. So this is the first tone, second tone, third tone, and the fourth tone. For example, hello is 你好. You can see here, this is a tone of pinyin. So the first tone here is a flat tone. It's very similar to the tone of AR as in the English word car. When the doctor checks your throat, asking you to say R, the flat tone is low. The second tone is the rising tone, similar to the tone of he in the sentence. Is he who did the great work? Is he? Like this. The third tone here is a falling and rising tone, or just a V tone. It's similar to the pronunciation of really. So rear is falling and li is rising. So we can see it really. So it's a falling and up. The fourth tone is a falling tone, similar to stress in English, like go, go, go. So this is a falling tone. And the fifth tone is a short flat tone. The short flat tone has no tone indicator. The short flat tone is also called neutral tone. The pronunciation of the short flat tone is almost the same as the flat tone, but is shorter and lighter. The short flat tone is only used at the end of a sentence or a word. For example, this is an English sentence. Are you a worker? So it means in Chinese, you are a worker ma. And for this ma is used to indicate a question. So this ma in Pinyin, there is no tone indicator. So this is a short flat tone. And another example is from singular pronoun to plurality pronoun. For example, I to we, you to you, he, she to they. In Chinese Pinyin, we can see I is as 我, we is as 我们. So we will add a men at the end of the singular pronoun to make it to be plural. So this men is also after at the end of the word, and this is also a short flat tone. So in summary, so the short flat tone, the pronunciation is as a flat tone but shorter and lighter, and there's no indicator for the short flat tone. A tone is very important for a single character. A tone is very important for a single character. So different tone of the same pinyin could have a different meaning. Let's have two examples. The first one is this pinyin. So all of them are the same pinyin but with different tone. So this one is pronounced as ma. Second one is ma. The third one is ma. The fourth one is ma. So for the first one, ma, its meaning is mao. The second one, ma, the meaning of it is a taste of a numbing. So this is an adjective. So the third one is ma, the meaning of it is a horse. The fourth one, ma, so the English meaning is a scold. So for a single Chinese character, different tones will give different meanings. This is also another example. This is a H-A-O. So in Pinyin, it will pronounced as the first tone is a hao, second one hao, third one hao, the fourth one hao. So for the first one, hao, the meaning of it is mugwort. So this is a plant. The second one is hao. So the meaning of it is grand or proud. So this is an adjective. So the third one is a hao, as in hello, ni hao. So the meaning of it is good. So this is also an adjective. The fourth one is hao. Hao meaning number in English. Section 3.4. A tone is not so important in the context when speaking. Native Chinese people can easily understand the meaning of the character or the word in the context, even though you are using an incorrect tone. have a look at one example about 4 tones of hao. For example, here, let's say hello, ni hao, with 4 different tones of hao in Chinese. So first of all, the correct tone of hao is the third one. So it's a falling and rising tone. So it will be pronounced as hao. For example, ni hao. Let's try some incorrect tones of hao. So first of all, let's try it as a flat tone. The first tone, that is ni hao. For the rising tone, the second one, that will be ni hao. Hao. Okay. For the fourth one, it will be a falling tone. So it will be ni hao. So we can see if we use different tones, it will be listened a little bit different from the correct tone, ni hao. But a native Chinese speaker will understand it, even you are using the incorrect tones. So no problem if you pronounce the incorrect tone in a speaking context. So based on this fact, the principle of learning tone is to try your best. No need to spend too much time to practice it at the beginning of learning Chinese, because a tone is not so important in the context when speaking. Section 4 is about a simple sentence. I'm a worker. Let's have a look at 4.1, dialogues. Chris will say, what do you do? Or what is your job? Emily may say, I'm a worker. Some notes, don't ask a person's job at the first time when you meet because of the privacy. I think this is the same as the Western culture. But you can ask a person's job when you are getting familiar with each other. So I am a worker. The pinyin is as below. The first I is mapped to this WO. This is a 我. I am. M is mapped to 是. 是. Is mapped to 一个. Worker will be mapped to 工人. So let's try to map them to English one by one. So this 我, this W will be pronounced as the same as English word. This O will be pronounced as AW in the English word saw. So combine them in one syllable, it will be 我 with the third tone. Second one, 是 SHI will be simplified as the pronunciation as SH in the English word she. So only SH, it will be sh. So this pinyin will be pronounced as 是. 是. Will be mapped to 一个. So this YI will be pronounced, will be simplified as a pronunciation as I first. I's pronunciation in pinyin will be EE. So as in the English word see. So EE will be E. So this is 一个. will be pronounced as the same pronunciation in English as, for example, Google. It's the G as in Google. And E will be pronounced as in the word about. So if we put G and together, they will pronounce as G. G. The third one, G has the same pronunciation in English, and ONG is a vowel combination, so it will be pronounced as ONG in the word long, so on, and G, on. So if we put them in the one syllable, it will be gong with the first tone. The last one, REN. R is a consonant. It will have the same pronunciation as the S in vision. Z, like this. So EN will have the same pronunciation as pen. So if we put Z and N together, it will be ren with a second tone. Ren, ren, ren. So if we put this sentence together, then you can read it as 我是一个工人。我是一个工人。Let's have a look at some similar sentences. First one, I'm a worker. So in Pinyin, it will be 我是一个工人. And you are a worker. It will be you is 你, so it will be 你是一个工人. He is a worker. So he will be mapped to this TA. So TA will be pronounced as 他 in Pinyin. So it will be 他是一个工人. She is a worker. 她是一个工人. So we can see something here. Pronoun he, she, and it has the same pinyin in Chinese. So this has already been summarized in appendix 3.2. Point 2. Grammar in use. So you can have a look at here, grammar in use. So I have already summarized this. So this is for pronoun. So we can see he, she, or it are all mapped to the same pinyin tar. Tar as T has the same pronunciation as in English, and A has the same pronunciation as AR in car. So all these three pronouns in English will be mapped to the same pinyin tar. So this has already been summarized in appendix 2. Okay. And by the way, all the pronunciation mapped to English has been summarized in appendix 1, Pinyin mapped to English. So let's continue to analyze this simple sentence. So 4.4 is about the verb be. So no need to change the base form of Chinese verbs after different pronouns. So this one has already been summarized in appendix 2 as well. So that is the grammar in use. Let's have a look. So it will be here. So Chinese verb only has the base form. So no need to change the base form of Chinese words after different pronouns. So this one has already been summarized here. For B, M, is, and R all will be mapped to Pinyin shi as SH's pronunciation in she. So it will be pronounced as shi. Let's go back to analyze a little bit more. So before a countable noun may be ignored to be simple. It's already summarized, summarized in Appendix 2, Grammar in Use as well. So here we can see I'm a worker as 我是一个工人, or just to be simple, 我是工人. Section 5, and, to connect two pronouns or nouns. 5.1, let's have a look at the sentences. He and I are workers. And in Pinyin is he, he. I like apples and bananas. And in Pinyin is he, he. Let's have a look at this example. He and I are workers. He will be mapped to ta, and will be mapped to he. I is 我, R is 是, workers, 工人. So for the pronunciation of ta, so this AR has the same mapping, same pronunciation as AR in the English word car. So this also have been summarized in Appendix A. Here we can see this is a vowel combination. So this is a vowel, so A will be mapped to AR as in the English word car here. So all the English all the Pinyin's pronunciation mapped to English, they will be summarized as Appendix 1, Pinyin mapped to English from this part 1 of the course. So t and r together, so it will be pronounced as tar. So h has the same pronunciation as in English, and this e has the pronunciation as in the English word about. So it will be he. It will be pronounced as he in Pinyin. And this one we have already seen it. So worth, and o is pronounced as all, as in the English word saw. So if we put them together, worth, all, so it will be pronounced as 我. So this r will be mapped to 是. So 是 is its pronunciation as sh, as in the English word she. So if only sh, so it will be sh, 是. So gong will be mapped to g has the same pronunciation as in English, and ong will have the same pronunciation as long. So if we put g and on together, it will be pronounced as gong in Pinyin. And ren, this r has the same pronunciation as s in vision. Z, 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 z. En has the same pronunciation as pen. So if we put z and n together, it will be pronounced as ren with the fourth tongue in Pinyin. So if we read this sentence, it will be 他和我是工人。他和我是工人。Section 6 is about how to say we are all workers. Let's have a look at the sentence first. We are all workers. All will be mapped to Pinyin do, do. So we are all workers. It will be mapped to 我们都是工人. So how to pronounce each word? So the first one, we will be mapped to 我们, and R is mapped to 是, as we already know, and all will be mapped to this do, and workers are 工人. Let's analyze this sentence. Section 6.2 per pronoun from I to we. Add 们 men 们 to represent plurality. So this has already been summarized in Appendix 2, Grammar in Use. So here, from I to we, singularity to plurality, I to we, you to you, he and she to they. It will be the same in Pinyin. I as 我 to we is 我们. So just simply add an and man, then we can change a singular pronoun to a plurality pronoun. 你, that is you, to 你们. 他 as he or she will be mapped to 他们. So here, the pronunciation of men as M has the same pronunciation in English, so it is m. So En has the same pronunciation as pen. So if we put them together in one syllable, it will be men, men, men. So let's try. We as 我们, you as 你们, they as 他们. Section 6.3 Noun from worker to workers. So there is no need to add s for plurality of a noun in Chinese. So this is already summarized in Appendix 2, Grammar in Use as well. For example, from 1 worker to 5 workers, it is 一个工人 to 5个工人. So let's have a look at the pronunciation first. So this pinyin yi will be simplified as just I. So this is also summarized in Appendix 1, pinyin mapped to English. And I of the pinyin will be mapped to ee, as in the English word see. So This yi will be pronounced as I only, and I will be in Pinyin will be pronunciation as E. So this Pinyin is E. So this is a G, and E. This E pronounced as about. So G, G, E, G. So this is a worker, 工人. We have already know how to pronounce it. And five is 五个. So this W has the same pronunciation as W in English. And this U has the same pronunciation as OO in the English word two. So if we put W and U together, so it will be pronounced as U. With the third time, it will be U. This is a G, so it will be 五个 worker 工人. So 5 workers is 五个工人 in Pinyin. So we can see here there's no need to add s for the plurality of a noun in Chinese. So we can see one worker as 一个工人, 5 workers is just 五个工人. There's no s at the end to be added. No need to add. Section 6.4 Adverb before the verb. So we can see here, normally the adverb is used before the verb in Chinese. So this is already summarized in Appendix 2, Grammar in Use. That's why here we can see we are all workers. This is the English sentence, but this all is an adverb. So in Chinese, we need to move the adverb before the verb. So it will be like 我们都是工人. So this all will be mapped to 都 and move this adverb before the verb 是. Verb be 是. Let's have a look at some similar sentences. We are workers. That is 我们都是工人. You are workers. 你们都是工人. They are all workers. 他们都是工人. Section 6.6 He and I are both workers. So this both could also be mapped to Pinyin as 都. So it's very similar. He and I are both workers. He is 他 and is 和. I is 我. R is 是. Both is 都. Both is an adverb, so it will be moved before the verb. So 都 is before the verb 是. Workers 工人. So it will be 他和我都是工人. 他和我都是工人. Both is an adverb here, so it has been moved before the verb 是. Section 7 is about but to indicate a different or opposite case. Let's have a look at section 7.1 sentences. I'm a worker, but he is a teacher. I'm a worker, but he is not. So the English sentence, I'm a worker. Pinyin is 我是一个工人. So this is the pronunciation mapped to English. And But he is a teacher. But will be mapped to 但是 He is mapped to 他 is mapped to 是 is 一个 Teacher is 老师 So let's have a look at the pronunciation mapped to English first. But is mapped to 但是 D has the same pronunciation in English. N is pronounced as pen in English. So if we put them together, it will be 但 with a fourth. 糖 是 is the same pronunciation as sh. 但是 He is mapped to tar in Pinyin. So T has the same pronunciation in English. A has the same pronunciation as car. So if we put T and AR together, so it will be pronounced as 他但是他 is mapped to 是 the same pronunciation as sh. So 但是他是 is 一个 Teacher will be mapped to 老师 So L has the same pronunciation and AL will be pronounced as now. So put them together, it will be 老 with the third tongue, and 是 will be pronounced as sh with the first tongue 是. So this sentence will be 但是他是一个老师但是他是一个老师 This is how we say but in Chinese, that is 但